Visuals coming in of Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren, who's now meeting with all the party MLAs. One must know that he's already completed 4 years in power. It's the election year, 2024, end of 2024, Jharkhand Assembly goes to polls yet again. And, and right at the fag end of his term, we see him going into trouble. Is the Jharkhand Chief Minister going to be arrested soon is the big question that's now looming. And that leaves a huge sense of uncertainty over the stability of the Jharkhand government in the run-up to their 2024 assembly elections. End of the year is the elections for Jharkhand. They are in power for 4 years now. The JMM, the Congress and the Rashtriya Janata Dal, the RJD, three of them in alliance, of course, headed by Hemant Soren. And the same, the Chief Minister itself for literally 30 hours goes missing and now surfaces magically and meets with all his JMM MLAs with all smiles and having a nice gala time after he goes missing, with no answers coming from him on where he was, about his whereabouts for the last 30 hours, being a public servant, a chief minister of a state. The man goes missing and now surfaces yet again, but does not want to respond to all the questions on where he was for literally over a day. That image coming in of JMM MLAs coming together to meet with Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren. On the left-hand side, you're seeing visuals of him magically now reappearing. He goes missing from Delhi for 30 hours and then now resurfaces in Ranchi. As we see, Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren is now back in Ranchi, and the question is, will he be arrested? ED says they have enough evidence to suggest that the man has flouted the law, money laundering allegations that have been leveled against him. But really, what happens to the Jharkhand government at this point? You see all the JMM MLAs who have come together to meet the Jharkhand Chief Minister, but yet there's no clarity on whether the CM will be arrested or not. It's due. Will the arrest happen today, or will? Of course, it's coming. It appears that the Jharkhand Chief Minister seems guilty of missing for the last 30 hours. Now he has no explanation to where he was, and as he returns, the question is: will the ED knock on his doors immediately, or wait until tomorrow, as he's requested to meet with ED officials? We're in fact waiting for some more information coming in, but this is the JMM, Congress and the RJD in alliance has formed the government in Jharkhand. They have governed for nearly 4 years, and this last year, right to the end of their term, Hemant Soren runs into trouble. Enforcement Directorate probing 3 cases against the Jharkhand Chief Minister, and it appears that he seems like he has no answers to give to the ED, which is why he's gone missing for 30 hours. Now, what's the reason for him going incommunicado is yet for us to ascertain. There's no answers that's coming from him, so of course there's enough and more speculation arrive whether the man has tried to escape from ED probe. What's the reason for him to go missing for 30 hours? He's come back but not given any answers to where he was. He's the chief minister of a state, a head of the state, but yet has decided to switch off and unplug from all kinds of communication. Where was he? What's happened? He's come back all smiles, happy, meeting with JMM MLAs as if nothing has happened. And that's what's shocking. The body language of Jharkhand Chief Minister, you see on the visuals on the left, he's meeting with JMM MLAs. He seems super calm, confident, happy, casual about what has happened, and is interacting with all his MLAs as if nothing has happened in the last 24 hours. Shreya is with us. Shreya, what's really appalling is that the kind of body language and posture Jharkhand MLA Hemant Soren is maintaining. We know he's an astute politician, but the fact that there is a corruption charge against him, there's ED that's literally chasing him. They've raided his home, recovered 36 lakhs in cash, seized his 2 BMW cars because they say they have enough evidence that he's indulged in money laundering. Despite all that, the man is all smiles, hugging, his leaders, meeting with them, bowing to them, laughing, talking, as if nothing happened at all.
Well, definitely. See, these are something that we can call the gestures in politics. And they're somewhere down the lines trying to send out that message, as I was telling Nabila, that despite the ED action that is mounting on Hemant Soren, JMM chief remains unflinched. And that's the mood of the JMM party, is what they're trying to send out a message. How that will actually put or give any help to have their house in order is a bigger question. Because as we talk, the ED is obviously tightening their nose against Hemant Soren, making a case because he also remained evasive. Remember, Nabila, that definitely makes a fit case for the ED also if they want to move arrest for Hemant Soren. That's something that whether or not ED will do, we'll get a better clarity tomorrow, because tomorrow on 1 p.m. is when Hemant Soren has responded to ED that he will appear. If the ED wants to come at him before that is something that we'll have to wait and watch for. But right now, with that MLA meeting going in and news coming in that there will be a media address, we will get a better clarity on what the JMM is now seeking forth. Because one thing is for clear, that yesterday when Hemant Soren wrote that letter to ED, he suggested that this entire inquiry is not legally valid. He suggested this was a fishing and roving inquiry. All the details that were sought from him in the last questioning that resulted for over 7 hours, where he was posed with 17 to 18 questions, were nothing but fishing and roving inquiry. He said in that letter that the ED had asked for the details of the assets of the bank accounts linked to his wife's businesses between the period of 2018 and 2022. Also about a land that he allegedly had not mentioned to have owned in his Election Commission affidavit, to which Hemant Soren suggests that that was not his land. He can never own it because it was a Bhuihari land. So he's given all sort of clarifications in that letter. We'll have to wait and watch that what is the next decision that is coming in from JMM, whether he will officially be making his wife the de facto head as he moves ahead with whatever ED action is impending on him, or will he approach the court? Because we also know that he met a top lawyer in the national capital when he made that unplanned visit to the national capital after the ninth summon was sent to him. So there are a lot of questions. Clarity post the meeting, and probably after that media address is something that we're expecting.
Okay.